Hi everyone, this is quite an impromptu vlog today. Last night I was discussing that I had far too many books to actually try and get through this month, and my husband suggested that as I've finished decorating and moving rooms around, why not use today to do a bit of a readathon. So okay, it's now 20 past 10 in the morning, so my plan is to read as much as I possibly can for the next 12 hours, give or take. So wish me luck. I've got 3 books I've picked up. So I've got my Into the Wilderness, which is on hubby's Kindle, which I'm currently on 19% at. There's July's Fairy Loot book, Daughter of the Burning City. And then there's A Second Chance, which is the 3rd book in the St. Mary's Chronicles. So I've got a bit of variety to bounce amongst. I'll keep you posted. Bye. Well, that's nearly an hour's reading. I've been reading Into the Wilderness off the Kindle, and my eyes are starting to feel achy and sore. So I'm now up to 28% complete, and I have to say it's reminding me very much of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. And yes, you can hear music in the background. I do like having noise on behind me when I'm reading. I don't find it a distraction. I just enjoy having some sound around me, particularly when the boys aren't here and it's really, really quiet. So there we go. So I'm going to have a little break and then probably start one of my other books for a little while and see how I get on there. Okay. Bye. Okay, look what has just come through the post. This is technically not out until tomorrow, but because I'm on subscription, I get it a day early, unless there's a bank holiday in the week. So cool. And for the record, yeah, I'm quite happy that we've got Jodie as the next Doctor. I'm not bothered by the whole, it's supposed to be a bow thing, because that just doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I'm hopefully not going to get too distracted by wanting to flick through this, but normally when this pops through the door, I don't get anything done all day. So we'll see how we go. Hi, I've read 21 pages of A Second Chance, and I'm really enjoying it. Way to throw you in at the deep end to start off with. Yeah, one of those, this is what's going to happen, and we're going to cut it just at a cliffhanger. So I'm kind of hoping that it's not going to be one of those fake cliffhangery things, but I think it might be because of the way this series is written and Max's sense of humour. She likes doing that kind of thing. And then we've got a great chapter on the relationship issues that I had from book 2 have just been discussed, so I'm a bit chuffed about that. So anyway, I've had to go upstairs and get something warm on because it's chilly in the house today. Yeah, so it's chilly and I've gone and put my little woolly booties on. So I should warm up now. And it'll be lunchtime soon, so I'll update you again in a bit. Hi, well, it's just gone 1 o'clock. I've had my lunch. I'm tanked up with yet another cup of tea. So I'm all sorted and ready for another hour's blitz reading. I think I might go back to Into the Wilderness and read some more of what's going on in America for a while. So wish me luck. Bye. Well, it's 25 to 1. No, it's not. It's 25 to 2. Cripes. And I'm now 31% of the way through Into the Wilderness, so getting there bit by bit. I have realised Kindles are an absolute nightmare though. They don't always remember where you've got to, they don't like to load up straight away, and they don't like to close down straight away. I'm not quite sure why they are preferred when you can just slip a bookmark into a book and you know where you are and they can't get lost. Okay, unless the bookmark falls out, but So there's that. Anyway, yeah, I'm really enjoying Into the Wilderness. Can't wait to see what trouble is now going to happen as a result of certain events that have happened. But I can see why this is a very popular romance. Historical book, to be honest. It's very entertaining, very well written, and you kind of root for the main characters, which is nice. I'm now going to finish my cup of tea and probably read a bit more of A Second Chance, give my eyes time to adjust to looking at something a bit more natural. Oh, and I'm listening to Brave by the way. So I have the Brave soundtrack on at the moment, which is very nice and quite appropriate, I think, for reading. I'll update you again in a bit. Oh look, I found somewhere to put the camera. Right, 45 minutes later, I have skim-read through my Doctor Who magazine. Yeah, distraction, I did warn you, but there we go. But I have read another chapter of this beauty, and I have to say I'm loving it. There's a Terry Pratchett quote in here which is just fabulous, and the fact it's even referenced as a Terry Pratchett quote as well is just hilarious, but there we go. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm going to try and drink this rather hot cup of tea. It is rather warm. And probably read another chapter of A Second Chance before going back to Into the Wilderness. It's still gloomy outside, so the light keeps going on and off at the moment, which is not really helping my eyes very much, and I'm starting to feel quite tired. Sleeping last night wasn't really good, so yeah, that's probably not going to help. I am now listening to the Pocahontas soundtrack, so we'll see how that goes with the books. I've not noticed them so far. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so it's now 3:15. I've read 36% of Into the Wilderness, and yeah, things are progressing along quite nicely. Elizabeth's father is certainly up to his neck in something. He's not a good guy at all, but I am liking the romance element to this book. It's very clear true love. It's quite decent, if not exactly standard. Yeah, I'm certainly intrigued to see where this story goes. It's nice to see that one character has completely acted as I thought he would. I reckon there's going to be some fallout from that little incident. But apart from that, it's very enjoyable. I can see why this is a popular book. I will say, for the amount of sex that's going on in this book, it's not as described in as nice juicy details as Diana likes to do. But it's very nicely, tastefully done. So I'm very much enjoying what I'm reading. And A Second Chance is coming along nicely. I'm on page 77. And they're just about to go and visit the Fall of Troy. So that's going to be really interesting, because then it will tie up with how the story began. And then I'll get to see if my theory is going to pan out. We'll see how we go. I've got about another hour before my husband comes home, at which point reading won't really happen for a little while, because, you know, tea, chat, stuff like that. And we're also going to watch an episode of Defenders tonight, which will be very enjoyable. So we'll see how the reading goes later on tonight. So you go, that's all you get for now. I've now got to go and pick another album to listen to, because Pocahontas is finished, and I'm sort of wondering if I want something with a bit more song in it or not. We'll just see. Anyway, thanks. Bye. Okay, so it's now 10:15, so that's nearly 12 hours reading ish sort of time. And I've been reading A Second Chance again. I had 2 episodes of The Defenders that I watched, so naughty me, but it was rather good. So anyway, I have read 250 pages of Second Chance, and a further 20% of Into the Wilderness on the Kindle. I have to say, I'm really enjoying A Second Chance. It's very entertaining and a bit sort of hard-hitting this time as well. So, yeah, just, again, something a bit different to the other books in the series, which is really nice. Lots of character development and lots of intrigue. And, yeah, okay, I got the cliffhanger of the prologue. I got how that was going to play out right, but it was still really well done. Into the Wilderness, I'm well and truly into part 2 of it now. Again, some actions have played out as I thought they would, but I'm really enjoying it. It's very much a romancy historical book in the true sense of the form, but it's very entertaining. It's just a shame it's hard work keeping my eyes concentrating on the screen rather than a page. But I'm really enjoying it at the moment, so that's good. Anyway, I don't know if I'm doing this again tomorrow or not, so this may be it for now. It may not be. I don't know yet. We'll see. Anyway, on 12 dedicated hours of reading, give or take a few hours, I think I've done quite well. pinch of myself. Anyway, happy reading, everyone. Bye.